Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. We are from the presenters group, the second presenters group, gonna presenting our reason for media use. We consist of Lola Fatimah, Nur Ayatul Syifa, Nur Anissa, Rima Cahaya Febrina, and Suciati Larasati. So the first is interest of students so that they can encourage the creation of learning processes within students. In easier words, instructional media is all the devices and materials used in the teaching and learning processes. So we're gonna move to reason for media use. The first is to have the capability to make meaningful connections between concepts learned in class and real-life situation. So in this reason, the learner is able to understand the idea from multiple perspectives, and most importantly, the students understand the concept in relation to current real-world situation. Example that I'm gonna use is maybe from the teacher when they're gonna assignment, they can and make the student want to make the student relate the assignment with the real life situations. The teacher can use the material or the student can use the material from YouTube or the news. And then the second is to demonstrate their knowledge and course correct on their own when needed. So in this case is I'm gonna use the example from what we are doing right now using the PowerPoint to deliver our material. So that's the teacher. And that's example, I'm gonna using the example from the e-learning. We use Simari for doing the assignment that given by the teacher, and the teacher can give us the score from by look at the assignment that we submit. And then the fourth is to enrich teachers and learners knowledge in using media. So initially, teachers and students who are not too familiar with the media can increase their knowledge in using media when we use media. So in this case, the example is when the teacher use the media and the students is not too familiar, the teachers can give the students mengajarkan ke siswanya bagaimana penggunaan media tersebut sehingga guru dan siswa sama-sama belajar dalam penggunaan media. So that's all from me. The next is going to be presented by my friend.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Nur Ayatul Syifa, and I will explain point 5 to point 8. So, media can be used to help teachers accurately and varied education can overcome the passive attitude of the students in the learning process. In this case, teachers can tackle the problem of passiveness from students when they learning. Jadi di sini penggunaan media itu bisa digunakan untuk membuat murid-murid yang pasif itu menjadi lebih aktif karena media teacher can make learning materials become creative and interesting to learn karena desain mereka kan banyak. Jadi yang murid-murid yang pasif ini merasa tertarik untuk belajar because of the design catches their attention. And the next point is to connect learners with events that are culturally relevant in order to achieve the teaching and learning goal. In this case, media bisa membuat peserta didik melakukan kegiatan yang berhubungan langsung atau terkait dengan kebudayaan mereka. hal ini dilakukan supaya mereka aware with their own culture and they can achieve the teaching and learning goal in the classroom. The next is media have various types which are suitable to teach English. We already know that media have a lot of types and all of them are suitable to teach English because all of them have various function and it will help us as a teacher to teach English in easier way. The 8th one is media give efficiency of time and toil. When teacher use media, it helps them to not use a lot of time and to not use a lot of their energy. I mean is when they use media, it helps them to explain it in an easier way, not to give a lot of hard work. Jadi di sini misalkan pakai media, guru itu bisa menjelaskan lebih santai gitu, nggak terlalu ribet kayak waktu dulu di SD kan guru pasti menjelaskan materi itu di papan tulis, semua materi ditulis di papan tulis, and it's not efficient. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of hard work for both teacher and learners. Jadi penggunaan media ini sangat membantu guru untuk menghemat waktu dan menghemat tenaga mereka. The next material will be explained by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sola Fatimah. I'm going to continue my friend's explanation about our presentation. So the next point is number 9, helps teacher to explain the materials clearly to students. So di reason yang ini, media itu sangat berguna buat membantu guru untuk memperjelas materi apa yang mau disampaikan, misalnya dalam penggunaan PowerPoint. Di PowerPoint itu kita sebagai guru pasti mengusahakan untuk berusaha mempersimpel materi-materi itu dalam bentuk poin-poin yang nantinya akan memaparkan materi itu jadi lebih singkat, namun nanti tetap harus dibantu dengan penjelasan dari guru itu secara lisan, secara langsung. Seperti itu. Kemudian, number 10 is offer an opportunity for teachers to be creative and design their own teaching materials. Ini juga berlaku, misalnya dalam penggunaan PowerPoint tadi, kita sebagai guru bisa mendesain PPT seperti apa yang ingin kita tampilkan. Namun, sebisa mungkin desainnya ini tidak terlalu riwah atau terlalu terlalu banyak penjelasan di dalam PowerPoint, karena ini kan PowerPoint, jadi kita berusaha memaparkan poin-poin atau inti-intinya. Supaya nanti waktu murid melihat PowerPoint-nya itu mereka kayak langsung catch what's we gonna learn today gitu. And then number 11 is the learning process can be more attractive and effective. Yes, ini juga salah satu alasan kenapa kita pakai media buat mendukung proses pembelajaran. Misalnya aja memakai video. Ini audio visual ya. Jadi biasanya audio visual atau video pembelajaran ini itu didesainnya menarik, tidak kayak bertele-tele itu di dalamnya. Tapi kadang kita bisa pakai contoh-contoh, misalnya the material is greeting, lalu banyak sekali di salah satunya dari platform YouTube itu orang itu bikin audio visual contoh-contoh greeting ini memakai misalnya kartun atau peraga-peraga gitu, seperti itu. Itu biasanya menarik perhatian anak dan itu lebih efektif daripada kita membacakan materi atau contoh-contoh dari buku materi yang tertulis, seperti kita seperti seakan-akan guru tuh berbicara sendiri di kelas, itu it's not effective. lebih baik menggunakan media-media seperti ini supaya murid bisa menangkap apa yang kita mau sampaikan. Kemudian number 12 is the teachers and student can use the media for learning anywhere and anytime. Ini juga salah satu alasan kenapa kita pakai media, contohnya handout atau printed, atau mungkin like mini poster, you can share mini poster yang isinya itu misalnya material apa yang mau kita bagi ke murid itu kita bisa pakai entah di outdoor atau di indoor. That's it the reason. I think that's all from me. My friends will continue the next point. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nimacha Febrina. I'm going to continue to the point number 13 until number 16. The 13 is provide fun and practical classroom environment. Media like games, quizzes, and others can provide fun and practical that help students to be engaged in the classroom. And the number 14 is provide interactive and communicative teaching and learning process. Media allows students to be interactive and communicative with each other, with each other, and also teacher can interact with the students as well. Number 14 is support teaching activity and develop students' understanding. Media helps students to stimulate their sensory input, so students will use their sensors to understand the material better. And the number 16 is help increase students' interest and hold their attention, because media will make a fun and interactive and communicative learning environment. The student will take a great interest and hold their attention to the lesson. That's all from me. It will going to be explained by my friend.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Anissa, and I'm going to explain the last points by our group. So number 17, popular media such as movies, music, and YouTube is indeed a familiar platform for learners that lets them pay attention and remain interested in the ideas and topics being debated. And also, by using this kind of popular media, theoretical and conceptual ideas can be seen in motion by learners. So theories and ideas spring from the projector in more than a figurative context. It is especially well suited to conveying how the presentation of actual pieces of reality and how linguistic expression is combined with facial expression, gesture, and physical acts into a complete self-expression, as well as to conveying how it is rooted in an overall act of communication. And then the next one, English learners can improve their critical abilities by analyzing media using the ideas and topics they're learning about. For language learners, critical thinking is a valuable skill because it aids in the production of ideas during the speaking process. Number 19, both cognitive and affective interactions can be found in media, and it will stimulate debate, an evaluation of one's beliefs, and an assessment of oneself. So the use of media will motivate English students to participate more actively in class activities. And it relates also to the number 18, because media motivate English students to participate more in class. It will improve their critical abilities. And then the last one, the use of media outlets aids learners in connecting with culturally appropriate activities. And as a result, one of the advantages of using media is that teachers are required to keep their material resources and samples current. So that's all from us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for the penyaji group. I think we should go to the next group, Pembahas group, so we can continue our presentation. So we are from Group Pembahas. Our group member consists of me, Muhammad Aryandika, Efna Leluni, Siti Adila Suprihana, Indra Kurniawan, and also Christina Patialo. As the Pembahas group did before, we are going to give comments, critiques, suggestion, and also addition for your material, and maybe a question. So let's start from me. About all of your presentation, already good, and I couldn't agree anymore about the beneficial of using media in class. It is very, very useful. Your way how to present is already good. You mix your language between English and Bahasa, which makes us more understand about this material. However, I have one question. There are many types of there are many types of written media, such as book, comic, newspaper, and also magazine. It is not fun and it is not attractive media. So, what do you think about that? Is there any way to make it as an attractive media and also a fun media? I think that's all from me. Thank you. The next comment will be presented by Efna.
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Efna Lalumi. So I want to give my comment. So I also agree with all the reason that you guys present about the reason of using media in learning, especially in learning English. And we can see and also feel there are many advantages that can we feel in classroom when we learn English using media. And I just want to add that whatever the reason we using media in learning, we must remember that we have to be able to use them effectively, and also like Aya said before, it must be a vision for the students. So dengan adanya penggunaan media tuh kita bisa lebih efektif dan efisien, di mana nih guru tidak terlalu menekankan banyak tugas kepada siswa dengan adanya media tersebut untuk memudahkan pembelajaran. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, and for me, I agree with all of my friends. Your group has doing very good job of presenting this material. You get a lot of reason, which kind of surprised me. There's many reasons why we should use media in teaching. I want to add some of the information here. Actually, in the first point, that it have the capability to make a meaningful connection between concept learned in class and real life situation. However, that it is true that media can make a meaningful connection. However, I believe that the teacher role is also important to build this connection, right? And there are several ways I want to add for us as a teacher later on to create this meaningful connection. So this media can be more successful. The implementation can be better in the future, because it's going to be impossible if you're not try this. I mean, like, it is true that media can help, but of course, there's also other things that we can do instead of this media itself. The first one is there is 7 ways that I read, and I think it's also important to share it to you guys. First is reaching out. The first step, perhaps the hardest. It could be the hardest because it's not all of the students can get involved, but not all of them have the personality of actually involved there. You know what I mean? They involved there, but they not actually be there. It is like some of them might be shy or not gonna show their actually they are. You guys know what I mean? Sometimes that we do use the media itself, but we're not actually get involved emotionally. So it is very important to reaching out them, like check them condition, like every time, is it good already? How is your condition and everything? It is really important for us to reach out at the very first place. The second one is over time and place. It is important. The media is as the media is the solution. And it is also important for them to have their time and place to actually enjoy that media, or also prioritize that media that maybe they feel comfortable or not. So we can use the other media somehow. So give them time and place to actually contribute in that learning process. The third one is listen. It's very important for us to listen to our students. A media is beneficial for sure, but somehow that we feel that is the best media that we can use in class. However, every student is have different needs. So it is really important to listen to evaluation every time. So there is no one exact media that we can use for certain times. So there need a process. So there is improvement in every different material, for example. So it cannot be always PowerPoint. It cannot always be the video. It should be mixed. So it is very important to listen what they need. It is not actually best from our perspective, but it's also important from the student perspective itself. The fourth one is we have to look at them. I know it's really hard in online learning to actually pay attention to our student, but in the learning process, it's really important to show that we do care. We do have the bond in them. So look at them while their presentation. I realized that this is happened during the class somehow. Even though we use the media, but somehow some of the lecture are not actually paying attention. They're not actually seeing us in the presentation, or maybe they are just like this, which I personally feel not being appreciated. And I believe that in this, we should have A's in it. We should look at them and then ask them for questions in the very first place. That is really important to make them to more and more, because basically if you are just talking about the PowerPoint and stuff, it's only about the general knowledge. So better to ask deeper questions to train our students to become more critical somehow. And the last one is engage with your emotion. It is very important again, because it is how we develop meaningful connection. Of course, meaningful, showing your emotion and engage with them, it's the matter. Yes, I think that's all for me. And I will give the time for my friends. Indra, please. You may.
Thank you, Adila. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Chris, and I totally agree with the material that this group has explained before about media is very useful in the world of education because it can increase and also enrich the knowledge of the teachers and the students in using media. And it can helping the teachers with appropriate and varied education and overcome the passive student in the learning process. I think that's all from me. Thank you. And my friend Indra.
All right, thank you so much, Chris, for your statement. So I will continue to my statement. I couldn't agree more about the presentation that has just been presented, and I agree about my friends has been stated so far. Instructional media is all the device and material that used in teaching and learning process. The reason for media being used in teaching and learning process can be varied, but for most of the time, for most of the case, it provides the teacher with many benefits. For the teachers, media that used, it can be enrich the teacher knowledge in using media to create a more creative and more interesting learning process in the future. For the student itself, media can be used to achieve a certain goals in a learning process, and it can help the student to increase their interest and attention as well. Well, I think that's all from the Pembahas group. I give back the time for Penyaji group to respond to our statement and to our question as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the Pembahas group and for the editing some edit. I mean, from the tambahan, then I'm gonna answer the Ariandika's question. Maybe gonna ditambah sama yang lain. The question is the written types is sometimes not attractive to us. Is it? And maybe from my or some of us experience, we ever doing the assignment with some article news, and the lecturer asked us to choose the article that yang memang attractive to us. So maybe that's salah satu cara untuk misalkan memang kita membutuhkan artikel, news, or magazine for our learning, maybe that's one of the best cara, the best way for memilih written types yang memang attractive to us. That's all from me. Maybe my friends will add some. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Laras. Any other addition?
My name is Rima. I'm going to add Laras.
Yes, please.
I think the text, magazine, comic, articles is interesting. As long as it is the topic, it is in our interest. I think we will find it interesting and we will find it useful for us if we like the topic. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you. If there is any other addition from the another group, please.
Saya mau menambahkan teman saya ya. Jadi menurut pandangan saya, bagaimana membuat media tertulis written media attractive. Sebenarnya ini depends on siapa yang kita ajarin. Misalnya kan ada tingkatannya children, teenager, sama adults. Untuk children pasti itu karena mereka suka sesuatu yang menarik, like entah itu bergambar atau apa, maka kita memilihnya media yang memiliki gambar-gambar lucu atau something seperti itu, dengan tulisannya nggak terlalu kecil. Misalnya bisa kita misalnya dari materi yang kita punya, misalnya itu kan ribet di buku yang besar itu, kita bisa dicetak ulang, misalnya diketik ulang, didesain ulang dalam bentuk yang lebih sederhana. Itu untuk yang children. Untuk teenager bisa, teenager masih bisa menerima yang like materi yang bergambar-gambar tadi, namun I think lebih ke relate sama sesuatu yang dia relate gitu sama topiknya kalau untuk teenager. Jadi usahakan untuk written medianya juga kita pilih topiknya yang tetap mereka tahu itu tuh lagi ngomongin apa gitu. And then buat yang adults, I think entah gimana, sebenarnya nggak bisa kita tuh bikin semua, bukan nggak bisa sih, ada kadang faktor-faktor misalnya untuk ngajar adult itu materinya emang ribet, kayak kita disuruh baca long man ya, itu mungkin bisa kita kayak cara pertama tadi kita ambil intisarinya lalu kita bikin PPT. Tapi untuk memakai written media tadi, misalnya kita suruh mereka baca itu untuk adult, entah itu atraktif atau enggak, sesuai kemampuan mereka tuh, mereka bakalan tetap baca materi itu karena emang itu kemampuannya udah di atas lah ya istilahnya daripada yang teenager sama children. I think that's from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you. From the other group, any other addition, please?
May I?
Yes, please.
Okay, so for some people, written media such as newspaper might seem like a really bland and uninteresting media to read because most of the pages are printed in black and white and there are too many words in it. But I think newspaper can become interesting if we know how to make the best use of it. For example, we can encourage our students to use one of the articles that they're interested in from the newspaper to enrich their vocabulary. They can write the unfamiliar words and something like a journal that they can decorate with vibrant colors or draw pictures in. And then magazines, unlike newspaper, are more interesting to read. It has colors and there are some interesting stories in it sometimes. We can help our students to enhance their reading skill, for example, by making them cut out one of the story or comic strips from the magazine and make like some sort of poster that they can also write their thoughts and comments on it to improve their writing skill. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Others? Okay, I think there is no more addition. Bagaimana grup penyaji? Do you got all the point and also the comments of us?
Yes,
Yes.
we got all of the point and the question as well.
Okay, thank you. I think we can end our activity today. So thank you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh. Thank you very
warahmatullahi
much,
wabarakatuh.
Dr. Bahas.
Thank you.
Fun, good job.